The exercise for the proposed amendment of the NASSIT Act No. 5 of 2001 started with district, sectorial and regional consultations across the country before the National Consultative Validation Meeting with government officials, private sector institutions and CSOs to agree on the proposed changes in the Act. The NASSIT Deputy Director General speaks on two among the many recommendations.
So employers, to disadvantage the employees and advantage them, they kept on keeping the basic salary constant and they were increasing allowances. So at the end of the day, the 10% is always based on the basic salary. So as a result, what basically we are doing, paying low 10%, which will affect the pensioners, because when a contingency will call and we are trying to calculate or compute your benefit, it is based on the amount that the contributions was based on. So if the amount was small, the contribution, your benefit is going to be small. You see? So now, it's one key area. Now we are making it very clear and explicit that the contribution should be based or deducted from the gross salary. The current act as it is, for debt, which is a contingency, and the benefit is survivor's benefits. The current act is telling us that in terms of the dependents, you pay them up to the age 18 years. If they are not going to school, then you stop. But if they are going to school, you continue paying up to the age 23. But looking at our current situations, even with the free quality education, maybe the boy or the girl they didn't pass was, at times they drop out of school. So if he or she was a survivor beneficiary, after 18 years not going to school, we have to stop. But now we have decided, going to school or not going to school, we'll pay benefit to children, survival benefit to children up to the age of 23.
Some of the representatives expressed their views on the documents presented by the State Social Security Scheme.
There is a recommendation for the NASSIT to be levied on basic salary. That is what is in the current act, but now there's a proposal for amendment to be on the gross. So generally it has been accepted, but from the Sierra Leone Employers Federation point of view, looking at the liability it will cause on employer, they are of the stance that we should stay at basic salary. When it comes to the calculation of the benefits, there is a small contradiction in the Act, sections 43 and 42. 42 is talking about the payments be calculated at 1.5% of your average earnings of 12 months. Whereas 43, when it comes to invalidity, they are talking about 1 times 1.5. So NASSIT has recommended that it speaks so they're in sync. So instead of 1.5%, it should be 1.5 times your earnings.
In the event that a spouse that has been contributing to NASSIT dies, what happens to the remaining spouse in respect of the pension, payment of pension? In the current act, which is now being amended, only limits that when one of the spouse died, for example, a man, the widow will continue to receive a monthly pension, but it ceases immediately she remarries, living in the area of the widower. So this amended version now, it is non-discriminatory, whether you are a widow or a widower, and if you have been receiving pension, immediately you remarry, you cease to receive that pension.
It is believed that the amended act will prevent non-compliance to the NASSIT provisions and employees will no longer be deprived by employers. Salifu Nakamara, AYV News.